I was making a run for groceries, maybe a month ago, and I think I'm done with that because the CDC just revised their guidelines to say that 6 feet social distancing is no longer enough. Masks are still effective, they're saying, but they've said a lot of things over the last year, so we'll see.
And I'm a teacher back in the classroom, so this is something we're amending and dealing with as teachers all the time right now.
You teach 8th grade language arts, so you're in class every day?
I am. We're hybrid at the moment, so we're teaching in cohorts that alternate in and out of school. And if the numbers continue to be good in our town, we'll be going full in the next 3 weeks, which is scary, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk more about your time as a language arts teacher, because I know that's got to have informed your time as work here. How does that inform your writing books for young people? I know that you're leading a young people critique group as well.
Yeah, I have been, although we are not yet figured out how to do it now virtually. So we'll see whether there's a way that we can bring it back into what we're doing this year. But I've always run a group called Writers Guild that meets on Fridays, and it's 5th through 8th graders who want to become writers, who come and bring their writing and read it out loud to each other and give critique and community. And it's one of my very favorite parts of being a teacher.
I'm going to go ahead and just say, having never met any of those children, they sound cut and above the rest. They're
the best. They're always, year after year, they're just incredibly wonderful people and so inspiring.
So what does that experience, both teaching about literature and working with writers who are your target audience, I assume, for your young adult novels, how does that influence your writing?
That's a great question. I think that one of the things that one of the ways it influences my writing is that as a teacher, I can see that every kid that I teach has a story, that nothing is cut and dry, and that the time of young adulthood is messy. And kids need stories that help them know that they're not alone. And so there's some wonderful middle grade and YA literature that's been coming out the last several years that are own voices stories that tell the stories that have traditionally been silenced, so that kids can find themselves in those books when they haven't seen themselves in pages before. And so I've been teaching some of those books and putting them in the hands of students, and also thinking about, as a writer, what kinds of stories do I have to tell that I think that would help kids not feel so alone. And Trowbridge Road had a lot to do with that kind of question. Like a kid like me who grew up in a complicated family with some mental health issues, who might have felt like they were alone, needs to know that there are other people who are making it, who are struggling as well.